I think this is actually my favorite of the bags that I've seen you have, just because there's so many goodies inside of it. I love the labels, zip ties and tape, glue and plug kit. So I'm assuming the plug is for tires?
Yes.
Show me what's inside this thing. We've gone in it a couple times.
Yep, we fixed your
things.
JB welded your drone.
Yep, the drone got back together.
But this is another ATC bag. So we have, and actually you used some of this tape earlier today to fix a water leak.
Yep.
This is actually gas tape, but you can use it for water too. I have a couple spare hose clamps. You need always need a little bit of VHB tape. You never have enough.
Oh man, zip ties.
Zip ties.
I have zip tied my entire life together.
As I have a British car, I need lots of hose clamps.
Yep, gotta have those.
Little zip ties.
What? These are by far tiny.
And then the
big
big
ones,
120-pound zip ties.
Yep.
And these go with that zip tie gun I was telling you about that you used to get them super tight.
A buddy of mine, his rig, the bolts rattled out.
Yeah.
In Death Valley, and so we zip tied it with these things together.
Yeah.
But they were breaking as we went. So we unfortunately I had a bag of 100 of them or something like that, and we kept having to every couple miles re-zip tie it. I wonder if we had the gun, if it would have tightened it and not broke.
I think that the biggest thing I found is that regular like Amazon zip ties are fine for like almost everything.
Yep.
But you actually have to buy good quality zip ties if you want like these 120-pound zip ties that actually won't break.
Right.
And they do sell them on Amazon, but they're more money. I
don't know the company
affiliation with those guys, but their zip ties are very strong. And with the gun, when you use the gun to tighten them, if they're crappy zip ties, you'll pull the gun and then they'll snap.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you know if they're strong. You can pull that thing really hard, and if they don't break, then you know you've actually got a good zip tie.
And by the way, the same thing goes for metal. After that experience, I got metal zip ties.
Yeah.
And I found if you get cheap metal zip ties,
Yeah.
they'll self-implode too. The clasp that's tightening them will just break. It'll bend or whatever.
Yep.
All right, what's in the next pocket?
So this is the glue.
Yep. The JB
So
weld.
we have lots of glue. This is just like a quick setting 5-minute epoxy for kind of light duty. I've got Right Stuff gasket maker.
Yeah.
We have, this is actually plastic welder. I used to use this on my RC airplanes.
Yep.
And it actually works really, really well. It does take a little while to set up. We've got regular Permatex gasket maker.
All right.
This is zipper lubricant.
What?
So you would like this since you're a zipper guy.
No wonder your zippers all function so well.
Yeah, this is zipper lubricant. And then we have dielectric grease.
Okay.
You got to have that for the electrical connectors and keeping things dry.
I use a lot less of that than I should. I should use that more.
Yeah. You can use it for all kinds of stuff. The JB weld that we fixed the drone with.
Yep.
And then these, I actually really like this. So Loctite makes these little sticks. Here, I'll open the bag.
Loctite makes sticks.
So basically, you have like this is thread sealant.
And so much more compact than the little bottles I carry.
And then they have like high strength, which is the red.
Yep.
So like I hope I don't have to take it off, or I have to put it in the oven at 500 degrees to get it to come apart.
Heat gun.
Regular blue Loctite. And then something that I don't often use enough of, anti-seize. And so you basically just, you pop the...
That is so cool.
Pop the cap off, and then you just kind of rub the bolt in there.
Yep.
That's more convenient than using a can.
The other anti-seize have us in a spray, and then it kind of makes a mess. And I said these are tiny.
And it's so tiny.
They, they don't take up any space.
I love it. Next pocket.
So we have cotter pins.
Okay. Good.
These I bought at a hardware store on a trip once because I needed cotter pins and didn't have any, so now they permanently live in here.
Nice.
Silicone spray lubricant.
Okay.
This is the Speedy Stitcher. It's for sewing.
Okay.
It's just like a sewing repair thing.
Yeah, interesting. I don't have a sewing repair kit.
And then that's the tool you use to sew.
Okay.
Since I don't know how to sew.
It makes sense, like especially if you have
that's how to
awnings and your tent, you have to repair them.
And then this is the plug kit. Pieces of the plug kit. The lubricant, the plugs, obviously the tools. And I've never plugged one of mine, but I've plugged many other people's. And then there's the
plugs,
the actual pieces of material that you plug the tire with. And then the last pocket is this is to fix a zipper.
Okay.
So if you have a zipper that breaks, this is actually, you can put it together and repair the zipper.
Wow.
So like if you break the zipper pull,
Yeah.
You know, like on a tent or a sleeping bag
Yeah.
or anything. So
This is great.
yeah, I have those.
Various
That's
sizes.
just a needle for filling up a soccer ball or something.
Okay.
You know, with the air compressor.
Yeah, sure.
Because kids like to bring their balls. There's more air fittings for lockers and diff breathers. Because all my lockers and diff breathers are the same. I love this stuff.
Rescue tape.
Rescue tape.
I mean,
Oh, yeah, I
I've
got
used
some
this.
too.
My buddy on Slick Rock broke a brake line, and we rescue taped the heck out of it.
Yeah.
Got him back home before it started leaking again.
All right, nice.
But I mean, coolant hoses, you know, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
And I have lots of this is all rescue tape.
Yeah.
It does go bad after a while.
Okay.
So it's silicone, and you know it. So if it gets eventually it gets a little hard and it doesn't adhere as well. But you basically stretch it really tight and you hold it tight as you're wrapping it.
Is it good for like a year or 2 years? Like when does it go bad?
Quick
I don't know, I
repairs.
mean, I'd say a couple years.
Oh,
A
yeah.
few extra various hose clamps because you never have enough hose clamps. This is more rescue tape. Comes in different colors. These I've never used, but those are if you break a valve stem.
Yep. Yeah, I got
So you can replace that from the outside without having to dismount your tire.
Yep.
More rescue tape. And then just some extra valve stems.
Very cool,
Standard
man.
size valve stems. And then more sealant tape for
Very cool.
water.
Yeah. So you actually did have
I
it.
did have it. It was buried back in the corner. See, that's why it's good to open these up once in a while, because then you actually
what you got.
I remember I have that.
Now tell me about this bag, because this bag is great.
So these are ATC, it's an adventure tool company.
same as the
Yeah,
the,
they're
power
out of
tools?
Colorado.
Okay.
They're a family-owned business. I mean,
love
they make bags out of several different materials. The Cordura is my favorite.
Yeah.
They make some that are a little more supple, that are a little more pricey.
Yep.
But I think the Cordura is the best for like, I'm just not going to care what I do with the bag and beat it up and not worry about it getting ripped and blasting.
I love this bag.
And they are great. The zippers, as you've looked,
Yeah,
the zippers are excellent.
The zippers are great.
Yeah.
Extra
And
lubricated,
they
maybe.
really put a lot of care into them. You know, they run sales usually at Christmas where if you buy a few bags, you can get an extra bag for free.
All right.
So that's what I did.
I'll email them and say, hey,
Yeah.
when's the next sale?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, they're great bags. You know, I have another one of these that's full of my recovery gear too, because it fits under the seat.
Perfect. Yep.
But yeah, that's it.
Very cool, man. Thanks again for opening your stuff up.
No,
and-
you're welcome.
and checking it out. So.
It's good to open it because then you remember what you have. You know, you have so much stuff, you never go through it all.
Man.
You know, and 4 years ago when you put it in there, you're like, oh, I actually had that after all.
So I know I'm going to watch this video, take some notes, and then
Yeah.
get on Amazon and buy a bunch of stuff. And hopefully I'll have a more secure rig.
Yeah, I mean, and like most of this stuff and all these bags that I have is from when I'm on trips with people, and I'll be like, man,
Something
that
goes
is-
wrong.
I need to have one
Yeah.
of those, you know. And then I write a little list, a note on my phone, and then I go back home and then I order it and then I have it for next time.
Awesome.
'Cause
Awesome.
it's a evolving thing, you know.
Yep. All right. Well, I'm going to try to list this stuff out. So very
Yeah.
cool. All right, man. Thanks.